Hey everyone, Ghost of Spirit Halloween here. It's been a hot minute, but with some of the recent spirit leaks floating around, such as the Jack the Reaper prop, the Jack the Reaper statue. That one's not a leak, but it's there. Um, I've started to think about what we could see for Spirit 2023 and the potential of the theme, what some of the props could look like, and stuff like that. Mainly, what I'm thinking is that the theme is going to be a museum of the 40 years of spirit, and it's going to be a theme that kind of encapsulates all of the themes into one. So, from the very first theme, which would technically be pirate ship, but I think they're going to go by their most known themes. So I think that would technically be clock tower first. I want to see different parts of the different themes in this sort of big, giant, elaborate 40th year anniversary. Now this can be things that are very simple to very complex. Like for the back themes, we might see one singular section of the back theme. And then the front theme, I think, is going to be a similar way. We're going to get an archway that is sort of an archway of all of the themes combined together. And when it comes to props, I think we could have an entire flashback year. So props from each year, and then they would be displayed on that area. Now, when it comes to stock props or just kind of the randoms that they put up when they don't have a prop, I think it'll just be the ones from last year. But I think what we're going to see is the return of many loved props. So I think for each year, I think we'll see a different prop. I don't know what those props will be. I haven't really thought about that yet. Now, it's not going to be remasters like Little Skelly Bones. It's going to be the old prop the way it was back then. So it's basically going to be a re-release of that prop. So we'll see probably props like Hugs, the original Uncle Charlie, props like that. Now, when it comes to the actual theme, I think it's going to be two parts: the archway, the front theme, and then the back theme. What I think they're going to have, though, is the front theme. We know can usually hold, I think it's like something like 6 props. Last year it was a little bit more. Last year I think it was around 8 because of the 2 inner props, which was Barry and Young Crouchy. I think we're going to see something like that again. We're going to see one prop from each year. So the first 2 years of Spirit, so like 2012, 2013, will be the archway props. And then going from left to right, we will see 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019 props. Then when it comes to the back theme, I think we're going to see 2020 props, obviously, and then 2021 props, and maybe, just maybe, a returning prop for 2022. Now, obviously, that's not enough to fill the back theme up. That's only 4 props in the back. So we're probably going to see some new props as well, such as the Jack the Reaper prop. This is interesting to think about because we're gonna get a lot of different things happening for the 40th year anniversary. I think not only are we going to see more, spirit bundle type things in general, but I think we're also going to see something along the lines of a 40th year anniversary gift package. And basically, it's going to be just something in the store. It'll basically be a mystery box. And it will contain something from each year. So like a tabletop, something else, and something else. The reason I think we're going to see this is because it is more promotion for Spirit. Now, as a lot of you may or may not know, the Spirit movie flopped horribly. Like I didn't even see reviews on it after it came out. It flopped that badly. But back to the central point. For the back theme walkthrough, this is where it gets hard to decide on what it could be, because we've seen so many back themes with these screens that display things, and they can't necessarily, the back theme isn't long enough to contain 6 or 7 screens. Now 6 is doable because we saw that in the Reaper's Wharf. We saw that screen in the back there. Now another thing that could potentially happen is not only will we see returning props, but we might even see returning tabletops as well. And I think the biggest part of the year is going to be obviously the Jack the Reaper prop, because it is kind of highly sought after now. And then there's just so much that's going to go on with the 40th year anniversary theme. There's a lot of capability, and I think Spirit can really redeem themselves from last year. Now, I liked last year, but the theme really just, it felt off. It did not feel like a laboratory. As one of my friends put it, the front arch felt very laboratory-ish, and the rest just kind of felt like it was there. And this definitely makes sense. This is definitely believable, because there was not a lot of detail in the theming. It was really just background for the props. And then another thing I think we could see is, like, this is very, very iffy, but I think we could even see the return of props like Limb Eating Zombie or Rosemary Girl. And obviously this would be a one-time thing. It'd be a 2023 type thing. Teaser-wise, however, they're said to be released on April 29th, which, as of filming this, is 8 days away. It's the 21st today. If I get this posted today, or whenever you're watching this, just know it's the 29th that the leaks will be releasing. Now, the only reason that matters is people said that they wanted leaks more centered around the props, less of the theme. And a lot of people say that it's kind of dumb that the theme didn't even tie into the movie, because a lot of people thought the movie was going to be some big marketing scheme, essentially, and it was not. It was very much not even related to the year of 2022. Now, something I hope we don't see is a prop like Monty again, where 2 feet of the prop is a box, which is literally just 2 feet of base, and then the actual prop. I really, really hope we get to see a Jack the Reaper prop, and I hope it's not too overpriced. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here, but I think Spirit could potentially make a collectible line. They already did this with the bag clips last year, but I think they can go bigger and better. I think these statues that they're making are going places. Let's see, what else is there? Really just overall, leaks look good, everything like that. Some of the leaks are saying that Attack on Mars stuff is going to be coming out. They said that there's going to be a lot of merch for Attack on Mars this year. So again, I think when it comes to the theme, I think we're going to see a sort of museum or a collection. Potential names for the theme could be something along the lines of the Reaper's Collection or the Reaper's Trophy Room or something like that. and we'll basically just see these different parts of the different themes all encapsulated into one theme. So now that we have that all established, I want to really go over what we could see if the Jack the Reaper prop does come out and does end up being, this really magnificent prop that's really good. I think it will kind of suck if Jack the Reaper is over 200. Obviously, the prices last year for spirit props were pretty steep. Even Bag of Bones, which I actually own, was really steep. Now I justified it because I liked the prop a lot. I thought it was a really good prop. It's a nice surprise prop. It does jump scares real nice. Now the one thing that I'm concerned with for Spirit 2023 is how they might pull the theme together. So obviously we know that they have the themes somewhere in a vault or something like that. They have the themes. But if they were to bring the themes all into one, what would the overall theme of the theme be? Like I said, Reaper's Collection. I thought of this because it could be, again, sort of this collection of all of that Jack the Reaper has done, because we know that a lot of the themes were Jack's. Reaper's Wharf, the SS Reaper, belonged to Jack. We literally saw him driving it, or steering it, I guess, technically. Spirit Acre Farms was another one that was, it was Jack's. There was a lot of, correlation and imagery that showed that Jack the Reaper owned it. Even stuff like Hotel, Clock Tower, Clown Train, Jack the Reaper owned it. So I think this is going to be sort of the spirit lore starting to take place. And the lore is going to be that Jack the Reaper has had all these different places and locations, and now he wants to bring them all together for this one, this big event. The reason that I think this could be really important, really vital to what we're going to see for Spirit Halloween 2023 is this theme could be really good or it could flop really hard. I personally think it's going to be really good. And, I think that the main prop, the big grand prop of the year is going to be Jack the Reaper. Now the leaks don't say anything about him having any phrases. It just says that he will have laughter. But I think we will see maybe some phrases in there. Now the Jack the Reaper costume, this was also revealed. And it's really not that special. It's nothing special. It's kind of like the Crouchy one from last year. Now, the Jack the Reaper one will be a full costume. It won't just be a mask. So, I'm intrigued to see if Spirit is going to start doing more stuff with Jack the Reaper and with their props that they own. I also think this year we're not going to see any crossover props. So, nothing like Shorty, Betty Sharp, or sorry, not Betty Sharp. I just started thinking about crappy props. Or like Shorty, Sam, Jason Voorhees, any props like that. I don't think we're going to see this year. I think they're going to focus in on Spirit and what it is and what it was and what it is now. I think Spirit will do this because it will satisfy all of the fans. It will satisfy the newer fans because they can get a taste of what Spirit was, and the older fans because they can see those older props again back where they rightfully belong, in a Spirit store. Now, one kind of, again, crucial part of information here that I think is is really vital is how they're going to go about theming it. Like I said this before, I'm probably starting to repeat myself now, but like I said, it could just be different parts of the theme. So this would be like the gas station sign, and you know, part of the Reaper's Wharf and stuff like that. Like we could see the lighthouse from Reaper's Wharf, and then the canceled walkway or the canceled walkthrough for Reaper's Island and stuff like that. Now, what I've noticed is this is another reason I say that it's going to be sort of the spirit lore. Is I said that ever since Spirit Acre Farms, I said that there was this sort of conceivable storyline that you could see, and it went. We wandered off from the farm into the woods. So farm, woods, and then we were wandering in the woods and we found a harbor, aka Reaper's Wharf, and then we sailed on this boat to the island, and it was revealed that the island was the secret Halloween factory, and that they had this laboratory with this doctor, and they created the I'm doing air quotes here, the props or the characters of Spirit. And I think the 40th year anniversary is going to kind of really tie this story together and solidify it. And heck, we could even see an experience, not just a walkthrough experience, but a literal experience based off of this. I think this could very likely happen. I don't know though. I think it will. I would like to see it happen. It is really weird though to think that Spirit could do this if they wanted to. But that's all I have to say for what I think about Spirit 2023 and the potential of what the theme could be and how the props could be lined up. So this has been Ghost of Spirit Halloween, signing off, and thanks for watching.